Yay Media Group.
Listen to this, Angelo. Self-criticism isn't humility. It's hidden pride. You're acting like your judgment is higher than God's mercy.
Yeah, never can be.
Like you literally are over here hiding your mistakes. And I want you to ask yourself that. Y'all listen to me. You have to. There's no one on this planet that can stop you but you. You ain't got nothing to say?
I thought you was talking to the people. No, I know no one can stop me.
Yo. Hey, everybody. Say hey to everybody, baby.
Hello, hello.
Yo, what's going on? We're so excited. I'm really excited about this podcast because today we're talking about stop being so hard on yourself.
Oh, man.
Do you think you're hard on yourself?
Not hardly.
Are y'all hard on yourself? Mm-hmm. This whole podcast, I want you to be literally, because I'm giving you some pointers today where you can reevaluate the way you're talking to yourself, because that's huge. I think so many times in life we go through beating ourselves up because of stuff we can't change.
Yeah.
Anything in your past, you can't change it. And so we're so excited about this podcast. But let's get all of the basics out of the way. So listen, here's what we need for you to do. We need for you right now to like, share, and subscribe wherever you're watching this from. This is on so many platforms. So make sure, because y'all, we're titling this today, Stop Being So Hard on Yourself.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're not behind, you're being built.
Click the notification button also as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you saying? You're talking really, really low and we can't really understand you.
I don't know why. I sound real loud, but you wouldn't like that.
Oh no, I don't like
you wouldn't like that.
I think I've heard you get loud.
Nobody wouldn't like that.
Whew, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3 times in our whole life of 3 years.
I make everybody come out the neighborhood, out the house if I was loud.
We really need to celebrate your growth.
Why? What's growth? I done everything.
Because you used to not shut up.
I done everything.
You used to get going and you would not shut up. Now you so grown.
It's nothing to talk about. I'm tired, you know?
Well, I think that really, when in essence, us talking on this podcast
I think your mic is just up loud and they give you a lower mic. That's all it is. They're like, you're not talking loud and stuff. You're like, let's switch mic, and I guarantee you, they do this on purpose.
Hey, even on Sundays, y'all, when Angelo's up there with me, he got the mic way down here. I'm like, dude, nobody can hear you.
I think you have to understand, people will set you up. Like
they will?
Like your time clock wasn't fraud.
What?
Yeah.
How are they gonna set me up?
They set you up for the time.
You think when I got fired from Belt, they were trying to fire me? Yeah. So if you don't talk loud, they can't see you. You got
to look and understand what's going on first. You know what I'm saying? The mic and stuff is here, what should have been here.
That is so funny. Well, we're talking about that today, and really we're making light of situations because on today's podcast is what we're talking about. Like, why are you beating yourself up for stuff? Why? Yeah. Like, honest to God, Angelo, I have a question for you. So if you had to go back in your lifetime and change anything, would you?
No.
Not one thing?
Not one thing.
Me neither.
I wouldn't change it all.
I wouldn't change one single thing. Not 1 ounce of failure, not 1 ounce of heartbreak, not 1 ounce of divorce.
You probably should change something.
No, I wouldn't, because I lived and learned.
It was like, man.
Like, really, listen to me, y'all. We're setting you up today to love rejection, to love mistakes, to love your flaws. Because really, every single time you face something in your life that didn't go the way you wanted it to go, it was really God putting you in like this maze so that you had to find a better part of who you really are. And so he allowed that rejection to be redirection.
I would change some of the stuff. I waited too long to pay those bullets back. I should have got with them a little bit sooner once I started.
What bullies? I have a hard time thinking anybody ever bullied you.
No, I mean, everybody had a bully.
You did?
Everybody had a bully.
You're so big.
But bully, it rubs off.
What does that mean?
Now I'm the bully.
Oh, because you had to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just don't even think you would have a bully because you look like Hulk.
And I just feel like, I should have did more of the eulogy because I knew them and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What does that look like?
Yeah, because, saying good things and the things that they did, me having a convenience store and we had to walk to the store and they would run us all the way there, run after us and stuff. And my brothers,
Why?
yeah, because we had some, we had black people privilege. We were like the Cosby. We
Because
had
your
it
dad
going.
owned a store.
Yeah, we had it going on.
Oh.
So people was jealous. So I can, to change some of that.
You would change that?
I would change that.
I don't think so because it made you who you are.
Well, because being a bully and stuff now these days, what a lot of kids go through is bad.
So how did you not let that bullying get inside of you and make you mean? Because sometimes you let that failure and you let that bullying get inside you and you become like the people that hurt you.
Well, we know that basically they did come from good surrounding.
They didn't.
They did. Some of their parents, they didn't know,
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of time when bullying someone, your kid, their family, their mom and dad don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They doing it out of pure pressure themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I'm telling you something. You are not going to want to miss 1 second of this podcast. And you're probably going to want to listen to it a few times because we're going to be throwing out nuggets. We're titling this today, You're Not Behind, You're Being Built. Stop being so hard on yourself. And so right now, we're going to give you a break so you can go get your journals because you're going to need it for this podcast. You can write stuff down so you can go back and you can marinate. So while you're going on your break, before you do that, share this with somebody. Push that share button, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and sit your behind down because I feel like there's something in this podcast today that is going to help you realize it wasn't working against you. It was working for you. We'll be right back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Baby, are you excited about this podcast?
So excited.
Well, we're really talking about living in your mistakes, basically, instead of drowning out. What'd you say?
We talk about me and you.
What's me and you?
Mistakes, drowning in your mistakes.
Me and you ain't got no mistakes. Do you think we have any mistakes?
I mean, you got the good. If you try to do everything perfect in life, how can you make any mistakes?
I don't know. I think, man, you are really good about, you're really good at talking to me because there's a part of me that my whole life I have been almost addicted to ambition. So I was really, really hard on myself. And I never enjoyed the process of anything because it was always looking for something more, right. Going bigger. And so that's what we're talking about today. Listen to this, Angelo. Self-criticism isn't humility. It's hidden pride. You're acting like your judgment is higher than God's mercy.
Yeah, never can be.
Like you literally are over here hiding your mistakes. And I want you to ask yourself that. Y'all listen to me. You have to. There's no one on this planet that can stop you but you. You ain't got nothing to say?
I thought you was talking to the people. No, I know no one can stop me.
Yo, every single time we're doing these podcasts, the first one, this man is like a turtle coming out of his shell.
Like, I got nothing to say. I'm like, are you talking to me?
Because you're perfect.
He's like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Nobody can stop me.
Okay,
You
here's
already know
another
that.
one. Here's another one. I'm going to say these, baby, and you give an explanation, okay? You can't grow if you're always grading yourself harshly.
You got to learn first to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be coachable.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people get on certain jobs. They take the job. They're not coachable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were telling a story to me one time about when you started working at a car dealership. Mm-hmm. And how you were scared to death. They would put you in front of people and make you do a phone call sales.
Yeah. Ring, ring.
And what would you do?
Yeah, I had to practice just like this. Ring, ring. And I'll do it right now in front of you.
Do it.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
And thanks for calling. This is Angelo Herrera calling from Mike Shadford.
Okay.
By the way, lovely talking. See how I fumbled that right there? See, that's where basically you had to be on that. You had to have everything down. Because you had to be
scared to death with everybody watching.
Yeah. You call Angelo Herrera Motors Group.
Yeah.
By the way, that Ferrari that you saw online, it is available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to place you on hold and make sure that car is ready for delivery for you. Do you know your time? I'm here between 10 and 15. Which time would be better for you? Something like that.
You know what I think I love most about you is you do this everywhere we go. Like you can pick up a conversation with anybody and you can literally have these people feeling like they can run the world. And I think it was because in these seasons where you were being even graded in front of people, because all of us hate to be put in front of people and criticized, or even constructive criticism doesn't feel good. And I think because of that, those lessons that you learned at that place, because most people would have ran away from that.
Well, I mean, you got to do it no matter you're actor, whatever, broadcaster, preacher, teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you get in the mirror, just rehearse. So like you said, you got to be coachable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest lessons you have to learn is you're not going to be stellar in the beginning.
Right.
Like, I think that the fumbles that you make in life, whether it's having to stand in front of a group or, man, when I first started preaching, I stunk. And I would go back to my hotel room and beat myself up. I wasn't learning anything from the mishaps, or, you know, I would say Noah took 10 animals in the ark. He only took 2. You know, it was like, instead of me learning from that, I would go beat myself up. And so what you basically just told us is you learned.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to have someone to kick you in the butt if you need it.
Did you ever beat yourself up for fumbling?
No.
You've never beat yourself up for nothing?
No, because I always had someone going to stay on top of me. And when someone kind of stand on top of you and make sure you can get it right, you're going to appreciate that person. Melvin and Marvin Burkett, the twins, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
So that's what I do and stuff. I can call some names of some good leaders that helped me grow and stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll never know where that would take you, being a leader.
Yeah. So what would you say to that person that already feels like they've arrived? Maybe the pain that they've walked through and the rejection they've walked through has made them now not acceptable to constructive criticism, or they take constructive criticism as a beat down instead of, this person really loves you and wants you to grow. What would you say to them?
I mean, I think that's something that they've been doing all their life from home. Becoming
a victim.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that your mama said, hey, make the room up. Go take a bath.
Yeah.
Some of the basics, man, I'm telling you, it's like, it's going to haunt you in real life.
Yeah.
And guess what? Somebody else.
If you don't learn to grow from it.
If you don't learn to grow from it.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I never grew in my elevations or my successes.
Right.
I grew the most in my mishaps.
Mimi say, you going to learn how to cook? Or you say, no, I'm going to hire a chef. I'm going to hire a butler. I'm going to hire a maid.
Mimi was forever trying to make me cook. And I'm like, dude, I'm not, if I learn how to cook, that means I'm going to need to cook for the rest of my life, and I'm just going to hire me a chef. But I married one. I married a chef. See, I prophesied it, y'all. And I can cook.
Yeah.
It's not delicious. You think my food's good? I got you cooking.
It is. You cook good omelet and boil water real good.
Okay, here's the next one. You ready for this? You can't grow if you're always grading yourself harshly. And here's another one. God is refining you, not rejecting you. Every flaw doesn't disqualify you. It makes you more dependent on him. This is why the enemy tries to make you hate God when things don't work out the way you wanted them to.
Yeah.
Because really, God was using it to grow you.
You know, I mean, you still got to take that hard criticism, and you still got to be hard on yourself too. Because if you just say, I messed up on this job, I'm going to go and apply for another one, but you're doing the same thing. And then your resume gets so long, you're going to be scared to put those jobs on there and stuff because it's like you've been messing up.
Yeah.
But you haven't really, You haven't taken it in though to understand this. And I don't care who you are, politician, you know, it's like, man, you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So you got to be hard on yourself at a certain degree though, right?
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I have just allowed myself to, and it's been great because I'm 53 years old this month, and I've gotten to a place now where I just laugh at myself. I will live and learn. I usually tell my flaws up front. Like I'll use my flaws as testimony. I'll talk about it because I feel like that's where the enemy gets us paralyzed a lot of times. Is I can't fall in love again because I've been married 3 times. You know, I was a terrible parent because I had my kids really young, and I ended up having to, ended up divorced again and had to work like crazy. So I wasn't there for my kids. The enemy will just tell you all of these things when in reality, God was just refining you.
But you're saying something that over millions or hundreds of million people went through.
I know it.
I mean, you ain't the only one that had a baby. You ain't the only one that couldn't feed the baby. You ain't the only one got a divorce.
Yeah.
You ain't the only one that was on food stamp.
Yeah. Just some people allowed it to work for them.
Like you tell me something different.
Yeah.
And then you tell me something that you're going to do different.
Angelo.
So that's what I understand.
I remember when I was working at Bloomingdale's and I was a single mother and I couldn't go on vacations with my family because I worked in retail. And when you work in retail, you don't even get a vacation until you've been there for 2 years. And then that vacation is not a week. It's like 2 days. You had to build up. And my family was going to Hawaii on vacation. And I could not get off. And I remember being so angry because I was basically feeling sorry for myself. I was feeling sorry for myself in a situation that I really got myself in. And so then during that week, God really did something. I remember I got really sick that week even. Sick, had to call out of work one day. And then I was fearing them, thinking that I had already asked off and they were going to think that I was, lying. And in that moment, it was like all hell was breaking loose. In that moment, I realized your truth will set you free. Just let God handle it. You're where you are. It's no surprise to God. He knew before I was thought in my mother's womb that I was going to be divorced. He knew that I was going to be a single mom. He knew that I was going to feel behind. And I think that week I realized so much that God wasn't rejecting me. He was refining me. Man. And just because I had flaws and just because I walked through some things that people still talk about to this day, it didn't disqualify me. It literally made me more dependent on him. And so if God can show me grace and I withhold the grace for myself, that's not compassion, that's contradiction on what God did for me on the cross.
Yeah.
And so that was probably one of the greatest lessons I ever gave myself.
I mean, you just explained your life being like the Brady Bunch. We was like good times.
Y'all were?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we wasn't gonna make it out the ghetto. We never thought about they gonna make it. If you ever watch the Brady Bunch, you see that everybody's loving. Yeah. They blended family together. We had to take a bath together.
Yeah.
We had to wait on welfare cheese, powder milk.
Baby,
see, that's the
when
difference.
I go to your house now in Jacksonville, your mom still lives there. She's 89 years old. And there are people that still live by your mom that's been there for years that never got out. They never made it outside of that neighborhood.
And the thing is that they happy still.
Yeah.
So what you just saying that you didn't realize how good you had it.
Yeah.
And
I really did.
You didn't realize how good you had it.
No.
I wasn't just poor. We was broke and love life. Now people are so upset and they so mental issues.
Yeah.
There's certain things that they got and they're not appreciating it.
Nope.
I was so happy. We had a great childhood.
Man, but your house that your mom lives in now, how many brothers and sisters live in that house with you? It is so tiny.
But my sisters, they was older. So they went on, they was married. My dad made $15,000 a month in the 70s. He was a merchant seaman, so he went.
That was a ton of money.
Yeah, a lot of money then, but they got a divorce. So that's when, like you say, how many people that have kids outside marriage or get a divorce and they depended on, their husband. So the thing is, my mom never worked at that time. So now she had to survive. she had to survive a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she normally surviving off $5,000, $10,000
What did she do?
month. My mom retired as a nurse at the Mayo.
So
Later
she
on.
just went back and got her nurse's degree? Mm-hmm. Really? With all you kids?
Yeah. So the thing is that when people say how hard they got it and kids and stuff, what did they do back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here you still have good benefits. You still have, after having a baby, you still got 2 or 3 months off. They didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
They didn't make as a nurse and stuff.
How old was your mom when she went back to get her nurse's degree?
I don't know. I have to probably look it up.
Y'all, his mom is 89 years old and still lives by herself.
But how good?
Sharp.
How good that we really, really, really have it, and we don't realize and stuff that nurses make over 6 figures. My mom was only making less than $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? So for all of you out there, maybe you're a single parent and you're thinking your kids are lacking so much. Man, your kids don't even know. If you would just keep your spirits up, if you would just realize this is a season, not a sentence.
Yeah.
Like I can change the trajectory of my story, but I also got to change my attitude.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the greatest gifts I've given myself is realizing that I'm not behind, that I'm just being built, even now.
And guess what we didn't get?
What?
Child support.
You didn't? I didn't get child support either.
No.
And we made it.
No. But your mom and dad never divorced, though.
No.
You got that, yeah.
But I did.
My dad, look, you're going to work. And that was my child support right there. If I didn't come to work up to that store, that was the only way you're going to get some child support. So
Really?
He provided a job. So now these days, who's not working? Young people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who still paying the child support? They dad. And that's who's mismanaging the money? They mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in all cases.
Well, I'm talking to the ones and stuff that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't talking to the ones that...
So what would you tell them after that little spill you just made? What would you tell that person that is so angry at that ex that they can't even live their life?
Don't let your kids be like that.
Yeah, don't let them see you being like that.
Yeah, don't let that, because basically what you're doing is telling your kids that it's okay and stuff, that he didn't pay or he did pay, then you still going to have to get up. You don't want your kids to even worry about that. It should be out of sight, out of mind. It shouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to this. You're not behind, you're being built. Construction zones are messy before they're useful.
Well, sometime in life it is a construction.
Yeah.
Yeah. In life you'll see where all the roads ain't going to be paved where you going at.
I was thinking Sunday when we were coming home from church, we have to get on 75, and man, it took us an hour and a half to get home, where it usually just takes us 45 minutes. And I was sitting there, we're complaining because we were tired, and it was like, man, why would they do construction on a Sunday? And it just dropped in my spirit. There's never a good time for construction. And sometimes, and even in our lives, you're like, God, this is not a good time for me to be having to learn a lesson about life. This is not a good time for my washer to go out, or for my car to break, or for me to walk through a divorce. I'm older now. But construction zones are messy before they're built, before they're useful.
Construction is part of success.
Yeah.
It's part of your success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the enemy basically wants you to focus on perfection, and God wants you to focus on progress.
It is.
Is that not powerful?
Yeah.
Like the enemy wants you to feel like you're behind. The enemy wants you to go on social media and compare your life to everybody else. The enemy wants you to get stuck in the should've, could've, and would'ves. And God is over here saying, I just want you to focus on the progress.
Be
Be proud of yourself that you woke up this morning. Be proud of yourself that your parents raised you. Maybe they weren't the best parents, but they taught you how to be independent. They taught you how to not be sometimes.
Back in, I don't know if it was in 99 or somewhere up in that years, Ford and Firestone had a relationship. They were family. And Firestone was putting the tires on Ford vehicles, and they had a big problem with the turnover, and they was blaming it on the Firestone tires. And guess what Ford had to do?
What?
They had to distance themselves away from Firestone tires. So that was part of this construction, progress.
They had to reinvent.
The cars had to get better. Firestone had to do their tires much better. Yeah. So they say this ain't personal. That's business.
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not personal, it's spiritual.
Yeah.
Like, if you will let God take the stuff that you hate in your life, basically the mess, and let him turn it into a message.
And me as a salesperson, I'm still trying to sell this Crown Victoria or this expedition with this.
So how did you do it?
Well, if it turned out not to be the Firestone, will you at least consider buying the vehicle?
Oh.
Because right here we have the.
So you basically had to flip the flow.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, a lot of times we look at, consumer report says this, but how much are you saying about yourself? Yeah.
Like, we love you just like you are.
Yeah.
I think, Angelo, when we look at God turning our scars into stars, like that scar that you're so scared of people finding out about is the very thing that God will use to just like you did. You flipped the flow. Like the reality was they were separating. That Firestone and Ford were separating, but you had to figure out a way to keep it moving.
Yeah.
And that meant changing your dialogue. That meant going in a different direction. It's almost like Waze.
Yeah.
Waze will all of a sudden have you going down these back roads, and if you don't obey it, you're going to be stuck in the traffic. It was trying to keep you from having to face.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with your junk in your trunk.
Yeah. And like I say, whether that was in 1999 or something like that, but we did have something happen 5 years ago with COVID. So how did we pivot from that?
Yeah, some of them didn't pivot, but a lot of us did.
Yeah.
Because when you look at something and realize that you being mad at something, I had 41 events cancel in COVID.
Right.
In that first year. And I pivoted.
Yeah.
And I look back today and I'm just like, man, I'm so thankful. Because really, if you look at COVID as a disaster, you'll stay stuck in COVID.
Yeah.
But if you look at as COVID, as God was working all things together for your good, you'll pivot.
And some people got something on their credit and they're saying, well, that happened during COVID. Well, that's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So
you should have definitely fixed it by now.
That happened before COVID.
Yeah.
So we still blaming certain things or certain people there.
Y'all go take a break because we're about to take a break. You don't want to miss this closing because we're going to leave you.
I think they hear me now.
They hear you now.
They hear me now.
You're floating in the Holy Ghost, baby. Y'all, we'll be right back right after this. Everybody, welcome back, babe. I think you're flowing.
Man, I am.
You're dropping some gems.
My voice warmed up. I think it was the Listerine when I was goggling back there.
What did it do?
It got my me.
I just have learned you. You have to get warmed up.
Get warmed up.
You got to get warmed up. I come out of the gates. You just got to get warmed up.
You wake up like that.
I wake up like that.
You're like a rooster.
Babe, when you came into my life, like when we got married, how have you adjusted to my hyperness?
I just put my head down. I put my head down.
Am I a lot?
I put my head down, especially.
Do you think I'm a lot?
Especially when we was on that airline. I'm not gonna mention the company, but
we're not even gonna talk about that because that was the past.
I put my head down. I was like,
Real Talk Kim came out.
She said, "Oof, were you embarrassed?" I said, nah.
Were you embarrassed at me?
I said, nah, we about to get ghetto up in here.
Babe, I started slinging my extensions. I was like, oh, no, you didn't.
I was like, oh, shoot.
And I looked at you and you were just standing there so calm and so peaceful. We had a little happenstance on the airlines coming home, but we made it.
I would have grabbed my
I made it.
I grabbed my little miniature Sprite. I said, let's go get to it. I said, we get it. I wanted to get my peanuts already off the plane and get back and come back.
I know. It was almost like when something happens that knocks you off your piece, for a second you'll feel your head spinning.
Yeah.
Like it was all of a sudden my head started spinning and I was just like, oh no, this is principle.
Yeah.
And then I heard the Holy Spirit say, you need to pipe down. And so what'd I do? Grabbed my luggage and walked on the plane and let you handle it.
No, I need to speak to your supervisor.
I said, I need to speak to your supervisor. And then I walked on the plane because I realized you're just acting stupid again. That Medea, that hood party was coming out.
Medea
and you know what's so crazy? It didn't help nothing.
Like Meet the Browns was on.
It was like Meet the Browns. And it didn't help not one doggone thing. It getting out of my piece. All it did was, as I was walking on the airway, walking into the plane, somebody said, "Hey, Pastor Gil." And I was like,
how did it make you feel?
Man, it made me feel for a second shameful. Because I was mad that I allowed, so we had this situation happen on the airlines and it was definitely not right. And I was right. But I had to realize at that moment that it doesn't matter if you're right. Take the high road. When they go low, we go high. So for a minute, I was like, man, Kim, shoot. I should have blamed it on my pellet.
Should you just let
But I couldn't because I'd be lying.
Should you, as a Christian, let people take advantage of you, though? That's what I really wanted.
Well,
that's one thing.
Listen, I'm saved but not soft.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is what we draw. This is what we draw the line.
Sometimes even if you're right, you're still not gonna win.
It ain't right. It's not like we looking to be right in no court, but it's looking at that as a person. I paid for first class. I paid, and I'm looking at everything that's in your book of bringing a certain amount of luggage on the plane. And first of all, I'm not going to be talked down to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it didn't help.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you just got to shut your mouth.
Oh, it did.
And be at peace.
It helped with me because I understand.
It did?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Because I got somebody who's going to stand up and fight for me.
You were proud of me?
Yeah. Because
Don't make me start showing my hood
Because the one thing about it ain't.
Because I know you like it.
Because when somebody come for you, who's going to fight for you?
I'm going to fight for you. I will take my heels off. I will take my earrings off. I am saved but not soft.
Yeah.
Okay? I will fight. All right. Yeah. So listen, whether you have been watching this podcast and you're like, man, I'm still from the south side of heaven.
Yeah.
Like I'm still over here having to get better at what Pastor Kim is saying. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. Don't hate yourself because self-hate blocks self-help. And you can't nurture what you constantly neglect. So ask yourself before you open your mouth, do I take the high road or the low road?
Take the high road. We would have called our friend from Houston. She would have brought that jet.
Empire.
Yeah, Empire would have came and got us.
Everybody's
from
like,
Houston.
It's time for a private jet, Pastor Kim. Yeah. I'm like, no, God ain't gonna give me a private jet till I pass this test. I gotta pass this petty test. Y'all listen, thank you to everyone that came out for the back to school bash. Thank you all that contributed, that sent, we had so many people sending stuff to the church to donate. We love you. Thank you for everyone that comes to Limitless every Sunday, 10 and 11:30. Even if you can't get in the room in Limitless, 1653 Highway 85 South Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215, 10 and 11:30, you can watch us every Sunday on our Real Talk Kim YouTube channel. Also, get in my RTK Inner Circle. It's my tribe. Go to realtalkkim.com and join something I'm doing because I'm starting this month. August the 19th, I start my masterclass on helping you find your purpose. It's 5 weeks. Everything will be online, so you don't even have to be in the room, in the state. Everything is virtual. So go to realtalkkim.com. Get your ticket for Finding Your Purpose. I titled it Made for More, and you can go back and watch the replays and everything. So go right now to realtalkkim.com. Get signed up. We love you.
Love you guys.
See you next week.